The Sidewinders now a 13-game lead in the Pacific South Division over the second-place River Cats. They're 17 up on Las Vegas and a full 25 games ahead of the Fresno Grizzlies. On paper, it should be a pretty good pitching matchup. A couple of 10-game winners in the league. For the Bees, it'll be lefty Joe Saunders, who's 10-3. For Tucson, right-hander Dustin Nippert, his record is 10-5. If either one of these two starting pitchers picks up the victory, he will become the second 11-game winner in the PCL this year. Jason Hirsch of Round Rock was the first on Friday.
The fastest growing blood glucose meter reader in the country right now is the Ascensia Contour meter from Bayer. And again, there's two really main reasons, I think, why that's the case. I started using one a couple of weeks ago, and I'm very pleased because, well, for one thing, the pain is a lot less when I have to draw the blood from my finger because it only needs a micro sampling of blood. As a matter of fact, it has 5 different levels that you can choose from to draw blood from. So if you need the smallest level, it's a very, very small hole, and so therefore the pain isn't very bad at all when you, or there's hardly any pain at all, as a matter of fact, when you use that on your finger. And, you know, forgetting to code is the number one reason for misread levels on your blood glucose meter. Matter of fact, up to 43% off. Well, the Contour is self-coding, and that's important because 41% of experienced testers sometimes forget to code their meters. This way, you don't have to worry about making sure your test strips match the code on your meter. And, of course, as I mentioned, it's the fastest growing meter in the country. So all I ask you to do right now, if you're a type 1 or type 2 diabetic, have to test your blood sugar on a regular basis, try the Ascensia Contour meter from Bayer, and you can find them at your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. When we come back, a very quick look at yesterday's debacle right after this on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Oh.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Salt Lake City Credit Union is a guaranteed home run with personalized service and the best rates in town. Salt Lake City Credit Union offers a full menu of financial services, including business services and SBA loans, mortgages, free checking and debit cards, auto loans, and online banking. With 7 locations throughout the valley, they're big enough to provide you with everything you need from a financial institution, and they're small enough to give you the friendly, individualized service you deserve. You owe it to yourself to have an account at Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day.
Eligibility and membership required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Well, yesterday here at Franklin Covey Field, the good part of the ball game was over after the first inning. In the top of the first, Scott Hairston homered for the Sidewinders to go up 1-0. The Bees came back to tie it, though, in the bottom of the first when Casey Smith singled with 1 out, moved to second on a wild pitch, and scored on a base hit to center field by Eric Ibar. But Tucson reclaimed the lead in the top of the second base with 3 straight hits. Singles by Robbie Hammock and John Weber, leading to Matt Erickson's at bat. The 2-1 pitch to Erickson. Swung on and pulled into right field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Blakely racing to cut it off before it can go to the corner. Hammock around third will score. Into third base, Weber. Into second, Erickson with a double. And Tucson's back out in front by a score of 2-1. Then in the third inning with one out, Brian Barden singled. Miguel Montero walked, and that brought left fielder Robbie Hammock to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Ripped toward third, and it's a fair ball inside the bag and rolling down the left field line. Barden will score. Montero's going to be waved around as Espedo slow to get into the corner. It'll be a 2-run double for Robbie Hammock, and now it's 4-1 Tucson. 4-1 in favor of Tucson. Then they broke it open in the 4th inning as Callaspo singled. Young hit by a pitch. Hairston walked to load the bases. A couple of fielders' choices brought in a pair of runs to make it a 6-1 ball game, bringing Miguel Montero to the plate. So 1 out, runners at first and second base. The pitch. Ripped towards right center field. That's going to be in there for extra bases. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Carter will score. Barton's in behind him. It's a 2-run double for Montero. And the Sidewinders have broken this game wide open at 8-1. And they weren't done. 2 more runs in the 4th made it 10-1, then 7 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 6 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. A pair of grand slams, one by Chris Young in the 5th and another by Brian Barton in the 8th, his second of this series, as he had hit one the night before. So the Bees just trying to erase the memory of yesterday's game as they look forward to this evening's contest with the Sidewinders, with an opportunity to go for a split in this series. They've only lost 1 home series all season long. That was when they dropped 2 out of 3 to Colorado Springs at the end of June. When we come back, we'll take our first peek at tonight's Abra scoreboard, and we'll do that right after this on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks, about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where it's time to check today's Abra scoreboard. If windshield chips or cracks got you down, let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. First of all, in the Pacific Coast League, Albuquerque and New Orleans have been washed out tonight due to rain. In the second inning at Oklahoma, Nashville leads the Red Hawks 2-0. Omaha scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second. They're still batting, leading Round Rock 6-1. Former Buzzman Chad Allen with his 12th home run of the year for the Royals. Later on, Colorado Springs is at Sacramento. Las Vegas hosts Portland, and Tacoma visits Fresno. In the American League, Cleveland's batting in the bottom of the 5th. They trail Detroit 7-4. Bottom of the 5th at Arlington, the Yankees lead Texas 4-1. In the 7th inning at St. Petersburg, the Angels lead Tampa Bay 6-2. in the third inning at Chicago. The White Sox nothing, Minnesota nothing. Later on, Boston is at Oakland, and Seattle hosts Toronto. In the National League, they're in the sixth inning at Philadelphia. The Braves have just scored 5 runs, the last 3 on an Adam LaRoche home run, his 19th of the year and second of the game. It's the Braves 7 and the Phillies 1. Fifth inning at New York, the Cubs and Greg Maddux leading the Mets by a score of 6-4. Home runs by Michael Barrett, Aramis Ramirez, and former Buzz outfielder Jock Jones. In the bottom of the second inning at Milwaukee, the Brewers lead the Pirates by a score of 6-2. And a couple of games that have yet to get started. St. Louis is at Colorado, and the Dodgers play host to the San Diego Padres. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineup for tonight's game, and we'll do that right after this on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
I see it. Right there off I-15 in the heart of Layton. Katrubas Volkswagen Audi. Part of the Katrubas Automotive team. It's hard to miss over 100 brand new VWs and Audi. There's the brand new GTI and the diesel Jetta. We see Katrubas Volkswagen Audi. We see the cars we want. We know the deals are there. But how do we actually get there? Katrubas Volkswagen Audi of Layton is just off I-15. It's right there at exit 331 in Layton, between Salt Lake and Ogden, behind Katrubas Chrysler Jeep. We go up I-15, around Katrubas Chrysler Jeep, behind the back, and there it is. Katrubas Volkswagen Audi of Layton, Northern Utah's German connection, where they take a little less for theirs and give you a little more for yours. No hassles, no worries. With more inventory than this new store can handle. Find them and find the car you want. Take exit 331 in Layton and find Katrubas Volkswagen Audi of Layton behind Katrubas Chrysler Jeep. Hard to find, but oh so easy to love. Good thing they're both part of the Katrubas Automotive team. Are you part of the team?
Time to get you ready for tonight's game by giving you the starting lineups, brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union. Above and beyond every day. For the visiting Tucson Sidewinders, managed by former Buzz infielder Chip Hale, leading off the second baseman Alberto Callaspo. Batting second, the center fielder Chris Young. Hitting third, the designated hitter Scott Hairston. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Chris Carter. Hitting fifth and playing third base, Brian Barden. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Robbie Hammock. Hitting seventh and catching, Juan Brito. Batting eighth, the right fielder, John Weber. And hitting ninth, the shortstop, Donnie Sadler. Pitching for Tucson will be right-hander Dustin Nippert. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, here's how manager Brian Harper will fill out his lineup card. Leading off, the center fielder, Tommy Murphy. Batting second, the left fielder, Curtis Pride. Hitting third and playing shortstop, Eric Ibar. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Mike Elward. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Nick Gorno. Batting sixth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Hitting seventh, the second baseman, Casey Smith. Hitting eighth, the right fielder, Jason Espito. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Adam Pavkovich. Pitching for the Bees will be left-hander Joe Saunders. A reminder that if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game tonight, Dal Soleo Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D 3-engine oil, designed to give you what you need. There have been 8 such games so far this year, making the total donation so far $1,000. It's the Bees and the Sidewinders, a packed house here at Franklin Covey Field. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stick tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
Sure was. See, that's her.
Who's that by Mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You've all sorts of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny pants.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Hi, Stock Exchange? Hi. Can I speak with a bell ringer? Yeah, the person who rings that morning bell. Oh, well, I have an announcement to make. Oh, see, I need to tell everyone on the exchange floor that I'm selling my home. Yeah, that's right. I'm selling my home. Oh, well, I need the Dow to stay up. Give those stockbrokers a little added motivation, keep the economy moving so my home will sell faster. Yeah, well, it can't hurt.
Okay, so you can't influence the economy, but choosing a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent will help you get the best price for your home, no matter what the market conditions are. Coldwell Banker agents are the most well-trained real estate professionals in the business. They're at the cutting edge of local and national market trends. They use the most advanced marketing tools in the industry, and they specialize in strategically positioning your home so it sells on your terms. Get every advantage when you sell your home.
Yep, still me. Still holding for that bell ringer person.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged, and the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening to you, and welcome to Franklin Covey Field for today's game. The Salt Lake Bees and the Tucson Sidewinders wrapping up a 4-game series. Tucson has won the last 2 games by scores of 10-7 and 28-5 after the Bees claimed game 1 by a score of 11-9. So the Bees need a win tonight to avoid their second home series loss of the season. The other, as we mentioned, a 3-game set to Colorado Springs, 2-1 back at the end of June. The Bees also would need a win in this game to forge a tie for the season series at 8 wins apiece. As again, Tucson has an 8-7 lead in the season series. Tucson trying to win a season series from Salt Lake for the second time in the last 3 years. Last year, Salt Lake had an 11-5 series win, but Tucson won it in 2004. 10-6, but again, the way things went in 2004, most every team in the league won the season series from Salt Lake. The Salt Lake franchise has the all-time series lead on Tucson, 109-82. Again, the Bees open up tonight's play still with a 4.5-game lead over second-place Tacoma in the Pacific North, while Tucson has a 13-game lead over second-place Sacramento. So these two teams, if they continue their current course, would meet in the Pacific Conference Championship Series beginning on Wednesday, September the 6th in Tucson. Before we get our ball game underway on this Pioneer Day night, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem by Linda and Caitlin Stewart.
Bright and bright
our national anthem. You might have heard it in the background. It is still hovering over beyond center field. A giant Apache helicopter hovering the ballpark, buzzing the ballpark, as you will, a little bit earlier during the national anthem here on this Pioneer Day. Let's take the Bees around to their positions defensively. Curtis Pride is in left, Tommy Murphy in center, and Jason Espedo in right. Adam Pavkovich at third, Eric Ibar at short, Casey Smith at second, and Mike Elward at first. A battery of Joe Saunders pitching, and Jeff Mathis catching. For Joe Saunders, this will be his 20th start of the year, tops on the Bee staff. In 126 innings, he's given up 106 hits, 39 runs, 35 of the burn. He has struck out 91 and walked 38. He's hit 3 batters, thrown 2 wild pitches, and surrendered 11 home runs. Saunders 10-3 with a 2.50 earned run average at the PCL, batting just .228 against southpaw Joe Saunders, who is just now out to the mound, getting set to begin his warm-up tosses. Saunders coming off a start last Tuesday in Anaheim against the Cleveland Indians, picking up his first major league win. He went 7 innings against the Tribe, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, of which only 1 was earned. He walked 4, struck out 5, threw 102 pitches, of which 58 were strikes, and he helped himself out by inducing 4 ground ball double plays in that game. He had made 2 major league starts last year without a decision. He gets the first big league win again last Tuesday against Cleveland. Bees in their home whites with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold, while Tucson wearing their sleeveless road gray uniforms with the black sleeves on underneath, with black numerals and lettering trimmed in copper. The Bees' parent club, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, with an 8-2 lead at Tampa Bay. In the bottom of the 7th inning, former Stinger John Lackey trying to pick up the win for the Halos. So far in that game, Juan Rivera has homered and driven in 2 runs, 3 RBI for Adam Kennedy, and 2 for another former Stinger, Rob Quinlan. Of course, Kennedy, you could say, is a former Stinger. He appeared in a handful of games here for Salt Lake on an injury rehab assignment. So we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air for a Monday night Pioneer Day here in Salt Lake City. And leading things off, the second baseman Alberto Callaspo, batting .338, 18 doubles, 10 triples, 4 homers, and 51 runs batted in. Saunders' first pitch of the ball game is low, ball 1, and we're underway. 1-0 the count to Callaspo, switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Joe Saunders, who delivers the 1-0 pitch. Callaspo swings and launches one to right center field. Drifting back, Tommy Murphy slows down, backpedals a step, and makes the catch for out number 1. So Callaspo's retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Chris Young, the center fielder. Young batting .266, 20 doubles, 2 triples, 16 homers, 59 runs batted in for Young. Had 3 hits yesterday, including a grand slam, drove in 5 runs. Going 3 for 6. He also reached base walking, and he was also hit by a pitch. First pitch from Saunders to Young, and it's a fastball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Gentle breeze out of the northwest, meaning it's blowing out here at Franklin Covey Field. The 0-1 pitch to Young, a right-handed batter, swinging a little looper back towards first. Elward right there to make the shoulder-high grab for out number 2. As Young got jammed on that one and sent a little soft flare to Mike Elward at first base. 2 out. Here's Scott Hairston, the designated hitter, batting .330 here on an injury rehab assignment. 15 doubles, 1 triple, 19 homers, 56 runs batted in. Again, he was with Tucson most of the year, got called up to the Diamondbacks with 2 for 4 in his first game with the Diamondbacks this year, but then injured his shoulder going after a ball in Pittsburgh up against the wall. And now he's here at an injury rehab assignment. So 2 out, nobody on base here in the top of the first inning as Saunders deals. Hairston swings, it's a tap to the left side. Cut off by the third baseman, Pavkovich to his left. Sets and throws to first, and that retires the side. A 5-pitch first inning for Joe Saunders. And it's a Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. We go to the bottom of the first. Tucson nothing. And the Bees are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. But Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
If you're in the market for a home theater system or new TV, RC Willey is the only place to shop. No one has a larger selection of complete home theater systems, high-definition big screens, flat panel LCD, and plasma TVs. Items are in stock for same-day delivery. Choose from the name brands you prefer, including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, Mitsubishi, and Toshiba. Come in today and find out how you can pay 0 interest for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more. RC Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, and defensively for Tucson, Robbie Hammock's in left, Chris Young in center, John Weber in right, Brian Barden at third, Donnie Sadler at short, Alberto Callaspo at second, and Chris Carter's at first. A battery of Dustin Nippert pitching and Juan Brito catching. For Nippert, his 19th appearance, his 18th start. In 98 and a third innings, he's given up 117 hits, 68 runs, 59 of which have been earned. He has struck out 92 and walked 43, hit 4 batters, thrown 2 wild pitches, and surrendered 8 home runs. First pitch to Tommy Murphy, low ball 1. Nippert 10-5 with a 5.40 earned run average. BCL batting .298 against right-hander Dustin Nippert. The 1-0 pitch to Murphy. Swung on, flared towards left. Hammock coming in, won't get to it. It drops in for a base hit. And Tommy Murphy's aboard with a leadoff single. Good bounce back after his 0 for 5 yesterday. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, the left fielder, batting .321. 17 doubles, 7 homers, 41 runs batted in. 2 for 7 in this series. Dustin Nippert, 6'8", 225 in his 5th professional season out of the University of West Virginia. 15th round pick of the Diamondbacks in 2002, making his 2nd start of the year against Salt Lake. Now the first pitch to Pride. Curtis takes a fastball high, ball 1. Nippert throws a fastball in the low to mid 90s, along with a curve and a changeup. 1 ball to count on Curtis. Murphy the lead at first. Now Nippert ready. The 6'8" right-hander deals. A curveball low and inside to the left-hand batter. 2-0. The umpires is assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Joe Steckner's behind the plate. Garrett Watson at first. And Mike Matslinski is the arbiter over at third. Travis Reiniger, who worked the first 3 games of this series, is back in the big leagues. 2-0 the count on Curtis. Now Nippert's pitch. Fastball outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Nippert beat the Bees on April the 9th, the only win of the series for Tucson in that opening series of the season. Gave up no earned runs, 5 runs altogether on 3 hits. Struck out 7 and walked 3 in 7 innings of work. Now the 3-0 pitch to Pride. Way outside, he walked him. So now runners at first and second for the Bees. Nobody out for the shortstop, Eric Ibar. Eric batting .307, 13 doubles, 3 triples, 6 homers, 37 runs batted in for Ibar. 6 hits and 13 at-bats in the season. Ibar far and away the team leader in runs batted in against Tucson. 18 of his 37 on the year have come against the Sidewinders. Nobody else on the team has more than 8 runs batted in against Tucson. So runners at first and second base, nobody out. Nippert delivers. Low, ball one. That's 5 in a row that have missed the strike zone for Nippert, who made one start for the Diamondbacks this year and got hit hard by the Philadelphia Phillies back in early June as pitching coach Mike Parrott makes an early visit to the mound to talk things over with Nippert. And the Bees' brief homestand concludes tonight. It's on the road tomorrow for an 8-day visit to the Volunteer State, Tennessee. 4 in Memphis and 4 in Nashville. The 4 games in Memphis starting tomorrow night. All get underway at 6:10 Mountain Time. The series in Nashville, the Saturday and Sunday games, start at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 o'clock on Monday and Tuesday before the Bees return home for a series with the Albuquerque Isotopes and the first ever visit of the Round Rock Express, the former Edmonton Trappers franchise. So ball one to count on Ibar with Tommy Murphy out at second base. Curtis Pride, the runner at first. Nobody out. Nothing here in the bottom of the first. Now Nippert comes set. The pitch. Swung on and skied to left center field. Robbie Hammock with the shades down, the glove up, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Ibar is retired. 1 away. That'll bring up the first baseman, Mike Elward. Elward batting .293, 15 doubles, 4 homers, 31 runs batted in, 2 for 9 in this series. Nippert started out the year by winning his first 7 decisions. And at one point on June the 12th, he was 8-1, but since then he has lost 4 of his last 6 decisions. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The runners go. The pitch is high. Throw will be to second base, and Pride is called out at second base. Curtis hands-on hits. Can't believe it. So no stolen base for Murphy. It'll be caught stealing on Pride, and interestingly enough, that's the 3rd time this year that on a double steal, the runner on the back end has been thrown out. Not much of an argument from Curtis, but it looked like the foot got in as the tag was up on the knee. So now a runner at third base with 2 out. Now Nippert ready. The pitch to Elward. Swung on, lined into right field. Weber will play it on a hop. In from third, Murphy scores. It's an RBI single for Mike Elward. And the Bees take a 1-0 lead. So Elward, 32nd run batted in, giving the Bees the early advantage here, 1-0. That'll bring up Nick Gorneau, the designated hitter, batting .282, 18 doubles, 4 homers. Rather, 4 triples, 12 homers, 60 runs batted in. 1 on, 2 out. Now Nippert's pitch. Gorneau slices one deep, but foul. Out of play down the right field side for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Brian Harper, Bees manager, coaching over at third base, while Jim Eppert's the hitting coach over at first. And the berm jam-packed as usual on a Pioneer Day night. Now the 0-1 to Gorneau. Change up a little bit high, and that evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Juan Brito, the catcher, had to climb the step ladder to bring that one in. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And if these 2 teams hold on to their division leads, and Tucson leads theirs by 13, there's a curveball, strike 1 and 2. They'll meet in the playoffs. Games 1 and 2 would be on September 6th and 7th. In Tucson, then the 8th and potentially 9th and 10th here in Salt Lake City. But still a long way to go. Bees with a 4.5 game lead, but still 43 games left, including this one. The 1-2 to Gorneau, little tap out in front of the plate. The catcher Brito out, the bare hand pickup and throw to first in time for the out. And that retires the side, but the Bees do get a run on 2 hits. No errors, and 1 runner was left on the base paths. So after 1 inning of play, it's the Bees 1 and Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $69 a month for 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $69 a month plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 of select Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $69 monthly payments for 24 months and 8.9% APR for amount financed up to $8,500 if the account can't burn. Thereafter, standard rate of 12.99% or 22.99% APR applied. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved credit force. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can you take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. But how do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number one with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
We go to the second inning, 1-0 Bees. It'll be Chris Carter, Brian Barden, and Robbie Hammock due up to face left-hander Joe Saunders. Chris Carter, the first baseman, a left-handed batter, hitting .316, 23 doubles, 3 triples, 16 homers, 73 runs batted in. 3 for 12 with 2 doubles and 4 RBI in this series. He was the only 0 for yesterday in the lineup, 0 for 3 before coming out of the ball game, although he did drive in 1 run. First pitch from Saunders to Carter. A fastball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. For Saunders, this is his 4th start of the year against Tucson. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Fastball outside at the bell. 1 ball, 1 strike. He faced them on opening night in Tucson and got the win, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 8 hits in 6 innings. Down at Tucson Electric Park. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Carter takes low and outside. 2-1 the count. Then here on April the 21st, he did not get a decision one way or the other, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits in 7 innings of work against the Sidewinders. Then took the loss here again, or at Tucson, I should say, on June the 10th. 2-1 delivery. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 2-2. Gave up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned on 8 hits in 5 and 2/3 innings. So all total, Saunders on the year, 1-1 with a 2.89 ERA against Tucson. The Sidewinders hitting .307 against Joe. Now the 2-2 pitch to Carter. Fastball lined in the air towards left. Curtis Pride coming on is there, and he'll make the catch, fighting that tough left field sun this time of the night. He had the shades down, the glove up, still struggled, but he was able to make the play for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up the red-hot Brian Barden, who's now won the PCL Batter of the Week for a 2nd consecutive week, hitting .310, 24 doubles, 2 triples, 14 homers, 71 runs batted in. He has 2 grand slams in this series, and he's driven in 11 runs altogether in the first 3 games here in Salt Lake. There's a breaking ball low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. He had a career-high 85 runs batted in last year, and he's only 14 away from that right now. 1-0 pitch is grounded towards third. Scooped up by Paskovich on the run in. Throws to first a little high, but Elwert pulls it in for the out. As that throw has started to sail a little bit on Paskovich. So 2 up, 2 down here in the second. Brings up Robbie Hammock, the left fielder, batting .299. 11 doubles, 14 homers, 39 runs batted in. Joe Saunders on the mound, one of only 2 Salt Lake starters to have won a game in July. He did it on the 1st at Sacramento. The other, Jonathan Rauenhorst, on July 20th at Fresno. First pitch on the way to Hammock. Fastball outside, ball 1. And if either starter wins tonight's game, they'll be the 2nd in the league to get to 11 wins. The 1-0 pitch to Hammock. Strike at the knees, 1-1. If it's Saunders, He'd become just the fourth pitcher in Salt Lake franchise history to reach 11 wins in a season. The last one to do so was Chris Butchek, who won 11 games in 2004. The 1-1 to Hammock, swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. The record is 12, set in 1994 by current Cincinnati Red Eddie Guardado, and equaled in 2001 by current Fresno Grizzly pitcher Brian Cooper. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hammock. The Saunders pitch, swung on and fouled, back over the roof and out of play, and the count remains 1-2. Robbie Hammock, a catcher by trade, but we've seen him do everything but catch in this series. Couple of starts, 3 starts in left field, also played first base a little bit yesterday. Hammock swings, it's a ground ball towards the hole at short. Backhanded in short left by Ivar. The strong throw across to first in time for the out to retire the side. Eric going into short left field, about 10 feet, backhanding and throwing a rocket to first. And that could very well be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. We'll let you know during the 10th inning show. 3 up, 3 down. Another Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy as we go to the bottom of the second. Bees 1, Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
All right, we go now to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 1-0 Bees lead as they get ready to start the second inning. Jeff Mathis, the catcher, to lead things off against Dustin Nippert. To the first pitch, a breaking ball. Strike called at the knees, 0-1. Mathis hitting .304, 24 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 33 runs batted in, 3 for 8 in this series. The pitch swung on, driven in the air towards right. Weber drifting back in front of the track is there. And he'll put it away for out number 1. So Mathis retired on a hard hit ball to the opposite field in right. That'll bring up Casey Smith, the second baseman. Casey batting .296, 20 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 38 runs batted in. Casey right now working on a 13-game hitting streak, his longest of the year, and it ties Jeff Mathis for the longest hitting streak by a Salt Lake player this year. First pitch on the way from Nippert is down at the knees of strike 0-1. During that 13-game hitting streak, Smith is hitting .382, 21 for 55. Pitch on the way, inside a ball, 1-1. It also ties for the 13th longest streak in the PCL this season. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Casey. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, and it is just foul outside the bag at third. So the count on Smith is 1-2. Dustin Nippert. Good bounce-back season last year after missing most of 2004 after Tommy John surgery in May. Made it to the big leagues for the first time last year, getting a win over the Dodgers in September. The 1-2 pitch to Smith, the fastball high, 2-2. Gave up just 1 hit in 5 innings for that win. Highly regarded prospect in the Arizona organization, the 2-2. Swung in a foul back into the screen. Number 5 prospect, according to Baseball America. They also rate him as having the best fastball and curveball in the D-backs organization. And has scuffled a bit as of late. Now the line on the 2-2 to Casey. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First punch out for Nippert on the night. 2 down here in the second inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jason Espedo. Espedo batting .234. 2 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. 1 for 11 in this series. That one hit was a home run. First pitch from Nippert. Just a little high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the big right-hander deals. That's in for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Nippert, a native of Wheeling, West Virginia, now calls Bealsville, Ohio home. The 1-1 pitch, Espedo swings and taps it foul. At home plate, 1-2. Nippert roughed up in his last outing, gave up 5 runs for the Burned on 5 hits in just 3 2/3 innings, striking out 3 and walking 2 in a loss at home to the Portland Beavers. 1-2 pitch to Espedo, swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, drop third strike, up with it Brito. The throw to first in plenty of time to get chasing. So it's 3 up, 3 down for the Bees in the second. So at the end of 2 here at Franklin Covey Field, it's the Bees 1, Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
My fellow pirates, it's time. He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Peel the tab. Find the code and you could win great riches. Like your new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Bucket.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. While distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Waiver prohibited.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who is in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
We head to the third inning, 1-0 Bees. It'll be Juan Brito, John Weber, and Donnie Sadler, the 7, 8, 9 hitters, 2 up in the Sidewinder batting order to face left-hander Joe Saunders. It's also time for our third inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Juan Brito hitting .288, 9 doubles, 5 homers, 27 runs batted in, 2 for 4 with a home run in this series. First pitch on the way from Saunders, a breaking ball just a little bit low, ball 1. In the PCL tonight, Albuquerque at New Orleans rained out. Now the 1-0. Brito takes a strike at the knees, 1-1. Nashville 2, Oklahoma 2. Redhawks batting in the bottom of the 4th. In the 4th at Omaha, the Royals leading Round Rock now, 9-4. The 1-1 pitch, Brito takes a curveball low, ball 2. Later on, Colorado Springs at Sacramento. Las Vegas hosts Portland, and Tacoma visits Fresno. The 2-1 pitch to Brito. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Tried to check his swing, but could not stop it in time, and the count's even at 2-2. In the American League, after 6.5 at Cleveland, Detroit's out in front, 7-4. In the 7th at Arlington, the Yankees lead Texas 6-2. Outfield, around towards left for Brito as the 2-2 comes home. Change up, high and outside, fills the count at 3-2. First full count that Saunders has worked to in this game. They're going to the bottom of the ninth in St. Pete. The Angels leading Tampa Bay 8-4. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch to Brito. Swinging a tap foul off to the left of home plate. Still 3-2. In Chicago, the White Sox on solo homers by Paul Konerko and Juan Uribe lead Minnesota 2-0. Later on, Boston is at Oakland and Seattle hosts Toronto. 5 games scheduled in the National League tonight. As Saunders winds, here's the 3-2 to Brito. Swinging a foul again off the glove of the catcher Mathis. Still 3-2. 7th inning at Philadelphia. The Braves 9 and the Phillies 4. 2 home runs for Adam LaRoche. Bottom of the 7th at New York. The Mets trail the Cubs 8-4, but they've loaded the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. After 3.5 in Milwaukee, the Brewers 10, the Pirates 3. 3-2 again to Brito. Swing a little dribbler up the third base side. And that ball is thrown to first base, and it's not in time. So Brito with the infield single. Mathis hesitated coming out from behind home plate. I don't know if he thought it was a foul ball or what, but he didn't come out like he normally does, quick as a cat. So the leadoff man is aboard. Tucson with their first base runner of the ball game, and that'll bring up John Weber, the right fielder, batting .471 since joining Tucson. 2 doubles, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. He was hitting .258 upon his release by the Dodgers from Las Vegas. He's 7 out of 12 in this series after a 5-for-6 game yesterday. Over in Denver, Colorado leads St. Louis 2-0 in the second. First pitch to Weber. Check swing strike, 0-1. San Diego at Los Angeles later on. The Bees infield, double play depth. Saunders leading the league with 17 induced ground ball double plays. We mentioned he got the Indians to ground into 4 double plays in the first 5 innings last Tuesday. The 0-1 pitch to Weber. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. Breaking ball. Did he go around? Mathis wanting to get the appeal, but Joe Stegner won't ask. He says he saw it and said he didn't go around. So the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards left for Weber, who was signed on the 20th following his release by the Dodgers. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Lefty against lefty matchup. The pitch from Saunders. Swung on and fouled. Back into the upper deck to our left. And all the way back down onto the field. The count 1-2. And a full house here at Franklin Covey Field on this Pioneer Day. Chip Hale picking up the loose ball and tossing it to a youngster in the front row behind the Tucson dugout at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Weber. A runner at first base. Nobody out. Top of the third. Bees 1, Tucson nothing. Now Saunders, the left-hander ready, and the 1-2 to Weber. Curve ball fouled off the glove of the catcher Mathis. Still 1-2 with the shortstop Donnie Sadler due next. See where former Stingers outfielder Nathan Haynes, who after a couple of years back in the Angels organization was named Texas League Player of the Week for this past week, hitting .423. Now Saunders ready, the 1-2 again. Swinging a foul, fastball in on the hands of Weber. If not, it's getting close, I think, to the first 2 batters in this inning. Saunders has already thrown as many pitches as he did to the 6 batters he faced in the first 2 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Weber. Saunders ready. The lefty's pitch. Fastball, strike 3 call, just under the letters. First strikeout for Saunders, and there's 1 away. His 92nd of the year. Gets to 95. That'll get him into the top 5 in the league. Here's Donnie Sadler, the shortstop, hitting .260, 7 doubles, 3 triples, no homers, 10 runs batted in. Sadler, 3 for 6 in this series, had a couple of hits late in the game yesterday after replacing Chris Carter in the bottom of the 6th inning in the lineup. First pitch, Sadler, ground ball, double play ball to Smith. Underhand flip to Ibar, spins and throws to first, double play. Number 18, induced by Joe Saunders on the year. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base as we go to the bottom of the third. It's still the Bees 1 and Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I must feeling too good.
Ooh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
Oh, it was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
We head to the bottom of the third. Bees 1, Tucson nothing. It'll be Adam Paskovich, Tommy Murphy, and Curtis Pride due up. It's also time for our Great Clips Junior broadcaster, and tonight we welcome in 8-year-old Ethan Archibald from Crestview Elementary. Ethan, how you doing on this Monday night?
I'm doing great.
Having a good time so far?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if the Bees can score some runs for you here in the bottom of the third. Adam Paskovich batting .242. 10 doubles, a triple, 8 homers, 31 runs batted in. Adam so far 0 for 7 in this series. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball low, ball 1. Ethan's all decked out in his uniform. What team are you on?
Mount Olympus All-Stars.
Oh, you're an all-star. 1-0 pitch on the way, low for a ball, 2-0. What position do you play?
Right field.
Right field. Now, I notice you have a number 2 on the back of your uniform, but I don't suppose there's a reason for that, is there?
Yeah, there is.
And the 2-0 pitch on the way to Paskovich is a strike 2-1. I know what the answer is, but you tell everybody.
My favorite player is Derek Jeter.
That's a pretty good player to have as your favorite player. The captain of the New York Yankees. 2-1 pitch on the way to Paskovich. Swung on, line down the right field line, slicing towards the foul pole and twisting out of play. So the count is even on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, how did you become such a big Derek Jeter fan?
Well, my dad went to a Yankees game, and, well, I wasn't born yet, and then when I was born, he got me a Derek Jeter shirt.
So you were a Derek Jeter fan before you were born almost.
Well, actually, I was born. That was just a mistake.
No, that's all right. As Paskovich struck out, that's the third straight strikeout for Dustin Nippert. 1 out, nobody on for Tommy Murphy, who singled and scored in the first inning. So now you play right field on the All-Stars. Since you're a big Derek Jeter fan, do you hope someday to be playing shortstop?
Well, yeah, I played shortstop in the regular season, but the coach's son was shortstop, so I had a really strong arm, so I could throw it to first, second, or third.
There you go. So out in right field, they always put the strongest outfield arm in right. As Murphy pops one up third base side, Barden and Sadler converging. It'll be the third baseman Barden who makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, who walked his first time up. Did you know that Curtis Pride once hit a home run for the New York Yankees?
No, I didn't.
Well, you do now. He remembers getting a big standing ovation from the fans in New York as he hit that home run. Who's at the ball game with you tonight?
My dad and my grandpa.
Everybody having a good time?
Mm-hmm.
2 out, nobody on base. The first pitch to Curtis on the way. Fastball strike 0-1. Now, is there anybody that might be listening to the radio that knows that you're on the air tonight you want to say hi to?
My coach and my friend Bobby Bortmeyer, who's having a birthday today.
Wow, what a good day to have his birthday. There's a pitch line foul. Down the third base side, 0-2. I can think of only one other person that has his birthday today.
Who?
Carl Malone. It's his birthday today, and if I'm not mistaken, yesterday was Dallas McPherson's birthday, the player for the Angels and the Bees. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Talking with Ethan Archibald, our Great Clips Junior broadcaster tonight. Now the 0-2 pitch to Curtis. Check swing, pitch into the dirt, goes all the way back to the screen. The count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Says here among your hobbies is reading. What do you like to read?
I like to read chapter books and mystery books.
Mystery books. Yesterday's scorebook is a mystery after the Bees lost 28-5.
Yeah.
That wasn't very good. 1-2 pitch to Pride, swing and a miss, drop third strike. Brito picks it up, gets the angle and throws to first, and that retires the side. So 3 up, 3 down go the Bees. Ethan, I'm sorry it was such a fast inning, but thanks for being with us. You did a great job, and hopefully you'll have a good time tonight. At the end of 3, it's the Bees 1, Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about 1.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
We go to the 4th, 1-0 the score in favor of the Bees. Our thanks to Ethan Archibald, our Great Clips Junior broadcaster for tonight's game, for joining us. First pitch to the right-hand hitting Cayaspo, low ball 1. If you're between the ages of 8 and 13 and would like to be the Great Clips Junior broadcaster, just stop by any Wasatch Front Great Clips location and register. Relax, it's Great Clips. The 1-0 to Cayaspo, breaking ball low, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Alberto, to be followed by Chris Young and Scott Hairston, the top of the Tucson order here in the 4th, as the Bees lead 1-0. 2-0 pitch to Cayaspo. Fastball chopped over the mound. The shortstop Ibar charges glove, throws on the run in time to get Cayaspo by his step. 1 away here in the 4th. Good play by Eric Ibar to get the out there. So 1 down. That'll bring up Chris Young, who popped a little flare on a jam sandwich right to the first baseman, Mike Elward. Angels a winner tonight. 8-4 over the Devil Rays down at the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. First pitch to Young, cut at and missed. A strike 0-1 as he came up empty on the cutter. John Lackey, 5 hits in 8 innings for the win. No balls, 1 strike the count on Young as Saunders deals. Fastball outside at the knees, evens the count at 1-1. Among the former Salt Lake players, Mike Napoli 0 for 3, but he did walk twice and score twice. Rob Quinlan 2 for 4 with a couple of RBI as Young fouls one off his front foot, and the count's 1-2 to the right-handed batter. Sean Figgins 1 for 5, that won a double. As the Angels win it, I believe they have a chance to tie for first place now if the Red Sox beat Oakland at the Coliseum tonight. Here's a swing and a foul back, and the count's 1-2. The Angels will likely jump past Texas and will tie for first if Boston beats Oakland. The 1-2 again to Young. Swinging a ground ball, just foul outside the bag at third. And the count remains 1-2. Here it's the Bees 1, Tucson nothing here in the top half of the fourth inning. Bees with a first inning run on a 2-out RBI single to right by Mike Elward. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Young. Outfield, backing around towards left. As the 1-2 comes home, inside. Young jackknifes to get out of the way, 2-2. Left field, still a tough Sun field right now for Curtis Pride. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slow curve. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Saunders, and it's 2 up, 2 down in the Tucson fourth. Brings up Scott Hairston, who bounced out to the third baseman Papkovich his first time up. And the Bees begin a series in Memphis. Looking at that Memphis roster, some veteran players with a lot of big league time. Former Sidewinder Junior Spivey, former Boston Red Sox infielder Brian Dahlbach. There's a curveball strike at the knees, 0-1. Former White Sox player, as well as a couple of other teams. Outfielder Timo Perez, longtime Cardinal farmhand, and Major League pitcher Alan Bennis, pitching for Memphis as well. No balls, 1 strike on Hairston. The pitch, low and inside, a fastball, 1-1. Tomorrow night it'll be left-hander Nathan Bland at 3-3 against right-hander Brad Thompson, who does not have a decision. Casey Olenberger on Wednesday against left-hander Chris Narvis at 5-3. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 1-2. Stephen Shell on Thursday against right-hander Dennis Tankersley, who's been around the block in the PCL, and Dustin Mosley on Friday against right-hander John Webb. Memphis struggling offensively. They have the lowest team batting average in the league at .238, and they're one of only 2 teams to have scored less than 400 runs this year. The 1-2 to Hairston, swung on and popped up. On the infield, the second baseman Casey Smith. Underneath it, behind second base, and he'll backhand it to retire the side. 1-2-3, nothing across. Brought to you by Keith Barton and Associates. It's just that easy. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Bees 1, Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike 1.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Deluxe are delicious, homemade, mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory, serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Bees. Eric Ibar to lead things off. He flied out to left field his first time up. Ibar, Elward, and Gordeau, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters against Dustin Nippert. The first pitch, Ibar hits a liner into left center field, a base hit. Play on the roll out there by Chris Young, who lobs it back in, and Ibar is aboard with a leadoff single. Hit number 3 for Salt Lake in the ball game, and so Ibar is aboard. I'm sure they'll keep an eye on him. 22 stolen bases in 32 attempts this year. Mike Elward, the batter, punched a single into right field to drive in the Bees' run back in the first inning. It's also time for our check of this date in Salt Lake PCL history. Brought to you by Med1 Medical. Dustin Nippert ready to go. First pitch curveball in at the knees is strike 0-1. Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. 0-1 the count on Elward with a runner at first base and nobody out. Ibar trying to stretch his lead out at first base. Nippert ready. Ibar goes. The pitch to the strike. The throw is high and out at second base is Eric Ibar. Mike Machlinski, the third base umpire, must have someplace to go tonight. That's twice. It looks like the tag was high and that the base runner for Salt Lake got in, but the out called, and it's a 2-4. That's the 11th time that Eric's been thrown out trying to steal, and the count on Elward's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Nippert's pitch. Curve ball, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 5 for Nippert, and there's 2 down here in the 4th. Brings up Nick Gorneau. Tapped out in front of the plate and thrown out by catcher Juan Brito his first time up. On this date, 6 years ago, July 24th, 2000, Torrey Hunter goes 4 for 5 with 4 runs batted in, but it wasn't enough as Albuquerque edges the Buzz 10-9 in front of 16,531, the largest crowd ever at Franklin Covey Field. So 2 outs, bases empty here for the Bees as the pitch comes home. Into the dirt, ball 1. So 2 runners thrown out trying to steal in this game. That's 73 runners caught stealing on the Bees this year. That's 2 away from the franchise record. The 1-0 pitch. Gorneau hits a roller past the mound to the right side. Alberto Callasco to his right has it. Sidearms over to first, and that'll do it for the Bees. Here in the 4th inning, no runs, 1 hit. With the caught stealing, nobody left on base. As we head to the 5th, it's the Bees 1, Tucson nothing on ESPN 1230.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. But how do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number 1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the mornings, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $89 a month for 24 months with 0 down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $89 a month plus 0 down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $89 monthly payment for 24 months at 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $10,000 for count kept term. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% or 22.99% APR applies. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommended and approved training course. Call 1-800-887-2887.
We go to the 5th inning. Bees 1, Tucson nothing. It'll be Chris Carter, Brian Barta, and Robbie Hammock due up to face left-hander Joe Saunders here in the 5th. 1-0, Salt Lake. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive 11. Curtis Pride in left. Tommy Murphy in center. Jason Espedo in right. Adam Pankovich at third. Eric Ibar at short. Casey Smith at second. And Mike Elward at first. The battery of Joe Saunders pitching. And Jeff Mathis catching. Here's Chris Carter, who flied out to Pride and left his first time up. Curveball, low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Sun still a problem for Curtis. Out in left field. He's just about out of the sunlight. Maybe another 5-10 minutes or so. Now Saunders winds the 1-0 to Carter. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dustin Nippert and Joe Saunders locking horns, a 1-0 Bees lead here in the fifth. Now Saunders pitch. Carter swings and pops it up foul. Slicing out of play, and that one's going to land deep into the lower deck, and the count's 1-2. 1-2 strikes the count. Carter last year led the Diamondbacks organization in home runs and RBI with 31 and 115 respectively. The 1-2 pitch from Saunders. Fastball outside, 2-2. It's 73 runs batted in at this point. He is third in the league. John Knott of Portland leads at 83. The Sky Sox Jeff Baker was 76. Then Carter next with his 73. 2-2 strikes the count. The pitch. Swinging a foul. ESPN reporting that the White Sox may be the winners of the Alfonso Soriano Derby, although they may have to give up key pitching prospect Brandon McCarthy to do so. 2-2 strikes the count. The pitch. Fastball looped down the left field line into the upper deck, foul ball. If that were to happen, speculation is Soriano would still play left field, and they would move Scott Podsetnik to center field, as Ryan Anderson has given them nothing offensively so far this year. 2-2 pitches tomahawked into left. Curtis Pride coming in is there, and he'll make the shoulder high catch for out number 1. So Carter retired. That'll bring up Ryan Barton, who bounced out to third, his first time up. Soriano, who's scheduled to become a free agent at the end of the season, said he wanted to remain in Washington, but doubted he and the Nationals could agree on a contract extension before the deadline. Now, he does want a no-trade clause if he does get dealt. Now the 0-1. A little bit low, ball one, or at least in his new contract extension that he's looking for. Chicago did pick up relief pitcher Mike McDougal from Kansas City. 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, a strike 1-1, as they've desperately been looking for a right-handed setup man to throw out in the 8th inning prior to Bobby Jinks in the 9th. 1-1 strike the count on the right-hand hitting Barton as Saunders delivers. Swung on in line towards the right field corner. That's going to be for extra bases as Espino is shaded into right center field. Barton around first, on his way to second with a 1-out double. Second hit for Tucson in the ball game, but now they have the tying run in scoring position with only 1 out. Here's Robbie Hammock wrapped up a hit on a nice play by Eric Ibar in the hole. His last time up, back in the second inning, Ibar going about 10 feet back down the left field grass to backhand the ball, and then throwing a strike to first for the out. In Tacoma, just about ready to get underway at Fresno, where the Grizzlies have won 3 out of 4. First pitch to Hammock, change up high, ball 1. Tacoma, since the All-Star break, 4-8 without winning a series, while the Bees so far are 5-6 after the break. Rainiers have been outscored 73-52 in these first 12 games after the hiatus. 1-0 pitch, Hammock takes a little bit high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And Tacoma tonight at Fresno. 2 balls, no strikes on Hammock. Barton, the tying run at second base with 1 out. Saunders ready. The 2-0. Low and away, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Hammock. Juan Brito, the catcher, is due next. In a packed house here at Franklin Covey Field on a Pioneer Night Monday. The 3-0 delivery. Down the middle at the knees, a strike 3-1. Robbie Hammock, who 2 years ago was behind the plate as the starting catcher in the perfect game thrown by Randy Johnson in Atlanta on May 18th of 2004. 3 balls, 1 strike. Saunders, the glance back in the pitch home. Curveball rifled up the alley in left center field. That's going to be for extra bases. Barton around third will score as Hammock's into second base with a run-scoring double, and we're all tied at 1-1. Hammock's 12th double and his 40th run batted in of the year. So back-to-back doubles have tied the game here in the 5th inning for Tucson. So they have a runner at second base with one out for Juan Brito. Again, hit a little dribbler out in front of the plate that Jeff Mathis got a late break on out from behind home plate. Saunders fielded the ball, and his throw to first base was late. And now the pitch to Brito. Curveball inside at the belt, ball one. Early in the game, Joe is ahead of every hitter. Now the last few batters he's fallen behind on. And therein lies maybe the difference in this one after going through 4 1/3 innings with only one scratch infield hit. Back-to-back line drive doubles. The 1-0 to Brito. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right-handed batter. John Weber, the right fielder, is due next. Now Saunders set. Steps off, and he looks Hammock back to the bag at second base. Saunders, of course, earlier this year set a franchise record with 31 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings between May 19th and June 3rd. A 1-1 to Brito. Swing and a miss at a curveball, 1-2. That one broke sharply down and into the right-handed batter, and so the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brito. One and two the count. Hammock at second base, 1 away. Saunders ready. Checks the runner Hammock at second. The 1-2 home. Misses down low, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Well, if they didn't need any more bad news this year, the Cubs had to put first baseman Derek Lee back on the disabled list with inflammation in his right wrist, the one that was broken earlier this year that put him on the shelf for quite a while. Now the 2-2 pitch to Brito. Curveball low, throw to second base high, and jumping into the air is Smith to keep that one from going through into center field. So now the count 3 balls and 2 strikes on Juan Brito. First baseman Mike Elward over to talk with Saunders. Sidewinders after 1 out, back-to-back doubles by Brian Barden and Robbie Hammock. To tie the game at 1 apiece, the hits are now even at 3 each. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Saunders ready, and the payoff pitch to Brito. Swing and a miss at a cutter. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Saunders, and there's 2 down here in the 5th. Brings up John Weber, called out on strikes, his first time up. Again, tomorrow night is 6:10. First pitch from Memphis will be on the air at 5:50. First visit to Memphis since 2004. Same goes for Nashville. Saunders ready. Runner at second, 2 out. The pitch to Weber in a lefty-lefty matchup. Curveball low and outside, ball 1. Ball skipped into the dirt, so home plate umpire Joe Stegner will take it out of play. 1 ball, no strikes to Weber. No Saunders trying to work out of trouble here in the 5th. After surrendering the tying run, Saunders ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Weber. Fastball paints the outside corner above the knees, a strike. And that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The outfield playing him to swing around late as they are shaded towards left. The sun now no longer a factor for Curtis Pride. Now Saunders ready, and the 1-1. Fastball chopped to the right side. Smith backs up on it. Backhands it in short right center. Throws to first for the out, and that retires the side. But the Sidewinders tie it up. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on base. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. It's the Bees 1, Tucson 1 on ESPN 1230.
fellow pirates. It's time. What's he talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. Unlock it.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. While distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Waiver prohibited.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bees and Sidewinders all level now at one apiece. It'll be Jeff Mathis, Casey Smith, and Jason Espino to face right-hander Dustin Nippert, who got off to a little bit of a rough start, but has settled in, giving up just one hit over the last 3 innings. Jeff Mathis takes a slow curve, low ball 1. Mathis lined hard to the right fielder Weber, a couple of steps in front of the warning track his first time up. Pitch on the way, slider strike in the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Tucson defensive alignment coming up after the 1-1. Down low, ball 2. Robbie Hammock, Chris Young, John Weber in left, center, and right. Brian Barton at third, Donnie Sadler at short, Alberto Callaspo at second, and Chris Carter at first. The battery of Dustin Nippert pitching and Juan Brito catching. The 2-1 to Mathis. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mathis with a 5-game hitting streak coming into the ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the wind by Nippert, the 2-2. Swing and a foul, back out of play, over the roof. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jeff Mathis. Mathis comes in batting .333 against Tucson pitching for the season. Now the wind, and again the 2-2. Third ball, strike 3 called on the outside corner at the knees. Strikeout number 6 for Dustin Nippert, and there's 1 down as once again a Bees batter is left shaking his head. Casey Smith, the batter, struck out swinging his first time up. Just a reminder, if you have a youngster 14 and under, stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet location at 5650 South State Street in Murray and enter them to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. First pitch to Casey, high ball 1, Larry H. Miller Chevrolet. After all, you know this guy. Casey struck out swinging his first time up. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. Gloved by Sadler, dropped by Sadler, picked up and thrown to first, not in time. Casey Smith reaches on the error by the shortstop, veteran Donnie Sadler, and so the Bees have a man on with 1 out. Brings up Jason Espino, the right fielder, who struck out swinging his first time up. First error of the ball game committed by either side, the 85th of the year by Tucson. Sadler's 4th. So let's see if the Bees can't take advantage of the miscue. The infield double play depth up the middle behind Nippert. First pitch to Jason Espino. Curve ball on the backdoor side, a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. And Jason 1 for 12 in this series, but that 1 hit was a home run. That was on Friday night. Espino takes a fastball just outside at the knees, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Nippert ready. Short lead at first for Smith, but he still draws a throw. The White Sox free fall continuing as they trail Minnesota 6-2 after 7. A Twins win, and they'll only be 2 games behind the White Sox in the wild card race. Yankees with a win would only be a game and a half back. Pitch to Espedo, cut out and missed a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adam Pavkovich is due next. After struggling of late, Dustin Nippert having a solid outing, his best maybe since the 2nd of June when he gave up 2 runs and 5 innings of work. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Nippert's pitch. Espedo loops one foul down the left field side up onto the roof. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nippert last year in 18 starts went the distance 3 times. That led the Southern League. Also led the entire Arizona organization in complete games. Now the 1-2. Instead the turn of the toss to first, and Smith is back. Nippert so far tonight has struck out 6. His season high 8. He's done it twice. In 5 1/3 innings at Portland on June 12th and June 27th at Portland. In 7 1/3 as Espedo takes a change up high, ball 2. 2-2 the count to the left-handed batter. 1-1 the score. Bees with a run in the first. The Sidewinders tying it in the top of this, the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes and Espedo as Nippert deals. Swinging a ground ball right side. Callaspo far to his left, gets it, spins, throws to first in time for the out. I thought that ball was going to get through, but it wasn't hit hard enough, and that gave Callaspo time to come over and cut it off. So 2 out rather, and Casey Smith now moves into scoring position at second base for Adam Pavkovich, who struck out swinging his first time up. Still looking for that first hit in this series, and this would be obviously a very opportune time to do so. Pavkovich, though, struggling, hitting just 143 over his last 5 games, and hitting just 179 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. The pitch on the way. Adam takes a curveball low and outside. Ball 1. We mentioned earlier that Tucson's Brian Barden was the PCL batter of the week, hitting .357 with 3 homers and 17 RBI. Matt Palmer of Fresno was the pitcher of the week, gave up no runs on 6 hits in 14 innings, 12 strikeouts and 2 walks, going 1-0. Pitched a lot of scoreless, but no decision against the Bees last week. 1-0 to Pavkovich. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Go-ahead run for the Bees at second base with 2 outs. Now the right-hander Nippert ready, and the 1-1 to Pavkovich. Fastball up and into the right-handed batter. The count's 2-1. And for Barden, winner of the batter of the week honors, it's the 2nd consecutive week that he has done so. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Pavkovich. Now the 2-1 offering. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Pavkovich with Tommy Murphy due next. Adam trying to get that 2-out base hit that could give the Bees the lead. Nippert ready. From the stretch, the kick and the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Dustin Nippert. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and 1 runner was left on base. At the end of 5, it's the Bees 1, Tucson 1 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
being inducted into the Hall of Fame is the ultimate after you had a successful Major League career. Of course, I took 4 years out for World War II. I joined the Navy 2 days after Pearl Harbor, and I'm very proud to be an American and hope I've been a good one.
Relive your fondest memories of Bob Feller and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For more information, visit us on the web at baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
We go to the 6. Bees 1, Tucson 1, each side with 3 knocks so far. It'll be Donnie Sadler, Alberto Callaspo, and Chris Young, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for the Sidewinders, to face left-hander Joe Saunders, who was touched for consecutive doubles by Brian Barden and Robbie Hammock to tie this game up. Donnie Sadler grounded into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play, his first time at bat. It's also time for our 6th inning update of the Alvarez scoreboard. As Sadler stands in, Albuquerque at New Orleans. They were rained out in the Big Easy tonight. First pitch to Sadler, a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. At Oklahoma in the 7th, the Red Hawks 2 and Nashville 2. No balls, 1 strike the count on Sadler as Saunders winds and deals. Swung on, line to left field, a base hit. Curtis Pride racing over, backhands it before it can go to the corner. Sadler's going to try for 2 and make it easily. So the last 3 hits for the Sidewinders have all been doubles, and now Tucson poised to take the lead with a runner at second base and nobody out. Brings up Alberto Callaspo, 0 for 2. He's flied to center and bounced to short. In the 7th at Omaha, the Royals lead Round Rock 9-5. Former Buzzman Chad Allen with his 12th home run of the year for Omaha. Saunders ready. The corner's pinching in. Callaspo doesn't bunt, and he lifts a fly ball into right center field. Espedo, the right fielder, makes the catch. Sadler will tag at second base. The throw through to third won't be in time. So Sadler goes from second to third on a fly ball into right center field. And there's now 1 out of the 6th, but the go-ahead run is 90 feet away for Tucson. Brings up Chris Young, who's popped to first and struck out swinging. Colorado Springs at Sacramento, 1-0 River Cats on Iran Boca Chica's 13th home run of the year in the bottom of the first. John Knott's 23rd home run of the year, which leads the league, has given Portland a 3-0 lead in the first at Las Vegas. And they're still batting. The infield in all the way around with a runner at third, 1 out. Saunders, first pitch to Young. Strike on the inside corner, just under the belt, 0-1. Tacoma just underway at Fresno. That game scoreless in the first. No balls, 1 strike the count on the right hand hitting Young. Now the lefty Saunders ready from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Pavkovich has it, throw to the plate. They've got him hung up on a rundown. Mathis throws to Ibar. Now Ibar pump fakes, runs and dives and tags him for the out. But now the throw to third base, and that goes into left field, backed up by Pride. Here comes the throw to the plate. Ibar catches, double play! Chris Young, a ground ball to third. Pavkovich and Sadler, or Pavkovich threw to the plate. Sadler caught in a rundown. Ibar, eventually the diving tag towards the plate. Meanwhile, going to third base was the batter Young. Mathis's throw went into left field. Pride was there to back it up, threw a strike to the plate. Ibar was there to apply the tag so he gets a pair of put out. And the Bees survive. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tucson 1, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
Come on.
feeling too good.
Ooh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why? It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick broths, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Tommy Murphy on the first pitch lines a single in the left center field, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Bees here in the sixth. So Tommy's now 2 for 3, and that'll bring up Curtis Pride, who walked and struck out. So far tonight, what a bizarre play. Got to be the first time, like I said, I've ever seen a shortstop get 2 putouts on the same play, but both of them at home plate. So Murphy at first with a potential go-ahead run. Here's Curtis Pride. Martin even with a bag at third. Nippert ready, and the first pitch to Curtis. Third ball low, ball 1. Finishing up that average scoreboard in the bottom of the 8th in the American League. Cleveland has scored twice, but they still trail Detroit 9-7. At Arlington, the Yankees 6, Texas 2. Now the 1-ball pitch to Curtis. Swing and a foul back into the screen, 1-1. Bottom of the 8th in Chicago, Minnesota 6, the White Sox 2. Michael Kadire, Justin Morneau, and Joe Mauer have homered for the Twins. Paul Konerko and Juan Uribe have gone deep for Chicago. Boston and Oakland, 0-0 in the second. Seattle hosting Toronto, 0-0 in the second as the throw to first sends Murphy diving back. The Angels, an 8-4 winner at Tampa Bay in the National League. The Braves held on for a 10-8 win at Philadelphia. Cubs hang on for an 8-7 win at New York over the Mets. Toss to first again, and Murphy is back. 7th inning at Milwaukee, the Brewers have doubled up Pittsburgh 12-6. After 5 in Denver, it's Colorado 4, St. Louis 0. Padres lead the Dodgers 1-0 in the second at Los Angeles. Here it's the Bees 1, Tucson 1. Butter at first, nobody out. The 1-1 pitch to Pride is fouled off third base side off a window of a sweep. And the count on Curtis is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield double play depth behind Nippert. Murphy at first, a perfect 3 out of 3 in the stolen base department in the big leagues, just 3 out of 13 here in the PCL. The 1-2 to Pride, flat foul, bouncing into the crowd and out of the crowd behind the third base dugout. So the count remains 1-2 on Curtis. The Bees take the lead. Watch for the Geico Insurance run of the game. The first time after the 5th inning, the Bees score a run to add to a lead. Geico Insurance will donate $25 to the Air Force Fund. Now the 1-2 again to Pride. Swinging a foul back into the screen. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far this season, there have been 41 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $1,025. 1-2 the count. Murphy at first base trying to stretch that lead out. Nippert ready from the belt. The kick on the 1-2. Swung on, popped up foul, third base side again into the seats. Boy, the left side of the ballpark getting its fair share of souvenirs, courtesy of Curtis Pride. Hits are even at 4 apiece. The outfield shaded towards left for Pride. Now Nippert comes set, and again the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. That is the 8th strikeout for Nippert, equaling his season high. 1 out for Eric Ibar, 1 for 2. Lined a single to center in the 4th, but was thrown out trying to steal in the 4th inning. These have had a couple of runners thrown out, both of whom appeared to be safe with high tags. But it seems like in this day and age, both for and against the Bees, and actually in all the baseball, if the throw gets down there, despite where the tag is placed, if the runner has the ability to get in under the tag, that runner seemingly 99% of the time is being called out. First pitch to Ibar. Into the dirt. Good stop by Brito. Ball 1. I would say that the throw out at second base with the questionable tag play may be the one play that is shown to be called wrong more than 60% of the time, I think, by television replay. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Ibar. The outfield shaded towards left. Now Nippert ready. The 1-0 pitch to Eric. Swinging a double play ball to second. Takes the high hop on Cayasco and off his glove into right center. Murphy takes the turn at third. Going to second with a head first dive, and safe there is Eric Ibar. A bounding ball right at Cayasco, and at the last minute, it took a wicked high hop on the second baseman Cayasco. Went off his glove and deflected into right center field, and that will go as a bad hop double. And now a golden opportunity for the Bees, with runners at second and third, 1 out for Mike Elworth. Singled in a run in the first, called out on strikes in the 4th. The grounds two crew has done a great job this year. There have been very, very few bad hops, much fewer than what we saw a couple, 3 years ago. But that one took a funny hop on Cayasco. And so now runners at second and third. The cornermen are in. The middle infielders are conceding a run on a ground ball. Pitch to Elworth. Swing and a miss. And a breaking ball away. Strike 1. No balls. 1 strike the count on Mike. And just a routine grounder to short or second puts the Bees back out in front. Dustin Nippert, though, having one of his best outings in quite a while. Tough to hit. The 0-1. Into the dirt on a curveball. Good stop by Brito, sliding across to his right. And that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 ball game here in the 6th. Outfield shaded towards right for Mike. Now the 6'8 Nippert ready. From the far third base side of the rubber comes set. The 1-1. Swing, a little tap up the third base side foul. The count on Elworth, 1-2. And the Bees tomorrow night in Memphis. They'll not return home until August the 2nd, a Wednesday night. Dollar Hot Dog Night as the Bees play host to the Albuquerque Isotopes in the opener of a 4-game series against Albuquerque. Hope they've changed their road uniforms from what they were here 2 years ago. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way to Elworth. Swing and a fastball and a foul tip into the glove of Brito for the strikeout. So a season high 9 punch-outs for Dustin Nippert, and now it's up to Nick Gorneau if the Bees are going to cash in on this great opportunity. Gorneau is grounded out twice. 0 for 2. Again, Nippert, solid at the start of the year, really has struggled numbers-wise over his last 5 or 6 outings, but he has been strong tonight. The first pitch to Gorneau. Curveball outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Coming into this game, his earned run average was over 3.5 runs per game higher on the road than it was at Tucson Electric Park. 1 ball, the count on Gorno as Nippert delivers. Swing and a miss for the curveball, 1-1. He's had a few pitches in the dirt tonight, but in 98 1/3 innings coming in, he'd only thrown 2 wild pitches. At this point, the Bees would be more than happy to accept number 3. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Gorno. 1-1 score. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Nippert set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss to the fastball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Nippert trying to help out his teammate Alberto Callaspo, who was eating up on that bad hop double. Putting runners at second and third, 1 out. He struck out Elwood and is ahead on Gorno, 1-2. Now Nippert ready. The glance towards third. The pitch home. Fastball up and in as Gorno leans back out of the way just in time. So the count on Gorno is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Now the right-hander ready, and the pitch to Gorno. Swing, a little tap foul to the left of home plate. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Bees 1, Tucson 1. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Nippert again ready. The 2-2 to Gorno. Swinging a foul. Back out of play. Rattling around the rafters of the roof. So it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bees 1, Tucson 1. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Gorno trying to find a way to deliver the runner in from third and possibly the runner in from second. Murphy at third, good speed. Great speed at second base, and Eric Ibar. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gorno. Again, Nippert ready. Now the right-hander's pitch. Swinging a foul. Fastball in on his fist, but he fought it off and fouled it back. So it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bees getting their run in the first and an RBI single by Mike Elwood. Sidewinders getting theirs on a run-scoring double in the 5th by Robbie Hammock. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Gorno. Now again Nippert set. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up foul. First base side, over the roof and onto West Temple. So Gorno making Nippert work out there. Hoping that he can foul off the pitches Nippert wants to one that Gorno likes. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on the right-handed batter. Runner at third, Murphy steps off his lead. Ibar a big stretch out at second base. Now the 2-2 again to Gorno. Swinging a tap foul right at the feet of the catcher Brito, who is setting up on the outside corner. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nippert again getting a new baseball. 2 and 2 the count on Gorno. Those feet spread apart. League leader in RBIs last year, just getting his timing back after missing 4 weeks with an injury. That fractured left patella, the 2-2. Swing and a miss to the fastball up and in. He struck him out as Nippert gives up a single, a bad hop double, but strikes out the side in between. No runs, 2 hits. 2 runners left on base as we go to the 7th. The Bees 1, Tucson 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, Bees fans,
Friends, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Hi, Evening News? It's the anchorman there. The guy who reads the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, you're the blonde guy. Well, I need him to mention that I'm looking for a home. Yep, a new home. Well, that way, anyone selling in the area can call me, and we can work out a viewing around my schedule. But yeah, and I'm only available Sunday between 2 and 4. You haven't mentioned that, would you? Thanks.
You don't need to make an announcement when you're looking for a home to buy. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage makes it easy to find open houses in a range of styles and prices, including new construction, giving you every advantage in finding a home. You can access information about our open houses on our website. And the more homes you view, the more likely you are to find the one that's absolutely perfect for you. If you're already searching for a home, thinking about buying, or just interested in the local real estate market, go to utahhomes.com today.
No, I'm holding for the anchorman.
To find the open houses you want to see this weekend, visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
We head to the 7th inning. The Bees had runners at second and third, one out, but a big effort by Dustin Nippert as he fanned Mike Elward and Nick Corneau, and so we're still tied at 1 headed to the 7th. It'll be Scott Hairston, Chris Carter, and Brian Barden, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, due up for the Sidewinders. Scott Hairston has bounced to third and popped to short. It's also time for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Tucson. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Bees. Tucson has stranded 1 base runner. The Bees have left 4 runners on base. Saunders' first pitch to Hairston on the way. Strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Bees taking a 1-0 lead in the first on an RBI single by Mike Elward. Tucson tying it on a run-scoring double by Robbie Hammock in the 5th inning. And so far, that's been it. The 0-1 to Hairston from Saunders. Breaking ball low, 1-1. The Bees 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. 1-1 the count on Scott Hairston. Now the pitch. Down low, 2-1. It was a year ago Saturday. Hairston had his season end last year when he was hit by a pitch at Sacramento and it dislocated his left shoulder. 2 balls and a strike to count on Hairston as Saunders deals. Swung on line, left center field. Murphy on the run, has to pull up and play it on a hop. He had to make the bare hand grab on that one. And so Hairston aboard with a leadoff single. Hit number 5 for Tucson, and that'll bring up Chris Carter, left-handed batter who has twice flied out to Curtis Pride in left field. No. Runner at first base, nobody out. The infield up the middle, double play depth. Patkovich even with the bag at third. Saunders ready, the pitch. Fastball strike at the knees, 0-1. This is where Joe could use one of those couple play balls he's been getting this year. One Carter, the outfield shaded towards left for the left-handed batter. Now Saunders ready with the 0-1. Up and in and off the hand of the hitter Carter, and he is down as that fastball got away from Joe Saunders. Certainly not what he wanted to do there. The trainer, the athletic trainer for the Sidewinders, Greg Barber, going out to check Carter. So now Saunders in trouble with runners at first and second base and nobody out, and the hottest hitter in the PCL, Brian Barden, coming to the plate. As they check out the right hand of the hitter, Chris Carter. Now wait a minute. I think the home plate umpire, Joe Stegner, may have called that a foul ball. And now home plate umpire Stegner is calling the other two umpires over. As Carter taking his right hand, being checked out by the trainer, I think Joe Stegner is calling it a foul ball. And apparently that's going to be the case. So the count on Carter goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That may have caught part of the bat as well as his hand. So now a runner at first base, nobody out still, with a 2-strike count on Chris Carter. So Saunders ready to throw to first base, and the runner's back. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Infield double play depth for Chris Carter. Now Saunders ready, the 0-2. Swing, a little tap first base side. That one is going to stay fair, and Mathis grabs it and tosses for the out. So 2-3 on the put. I think he wanted it to go, let it go foul, but that last bounce that it took, it had English on it that made it look like it was going to stay in fair territory. So Mathis quickly grabbed it and threw to first for the out. So 1 out. But now the go-ahead run is in scoring position for the aforementioned Brian Barden, who sliced a double into the right field corner his last time up and eventually scored the first Tucson run. The outfield still playing him way around towards left. Espedo way over into right center field. See if Barton tries to go the other way again, as he was successful with that in the 5th. Saunders pitch, curveball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. 1-1 ball game. The hits even at 5 apiece. Sidewinders with a runner at second base, 1 out. Saunders ready. The check of the runner at second, the 0-1. Barden swings and fouls it off to the right of home plate. Looked like he was trying to go the other way with it. And now the count is 0-2. See if Saunders tries to keep coming in on the hitter so that Barden can't try to go the other way with it. No balls, 2 strikes. Saunders ready. And the pitch. Curveball chopped over the mound. Tough play. Casey Smith charging, gloving, throwing on the run into the dirt. Good scoop on the backhand side by Elward for the out. On to third goes Scott Hairston, but a fine play by Casey Smith on what could have easily been an infield single. So now 2 outs, and here's Robbie Hammock, who drove in the first Tucson run with a double up the alley in left center field his last time up after being robbed of a hit by shortstop Eric Ibar in the 2nd inning. So 2 outs, a runner at third. So Saunders will be working from the windup here. The first pitch to Hammock on the way. Misses down and away from the right-handed batter. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Go ahead run for Tucson at third. 2 down. Saunders winds the 1-0. Change up strike on the outside corner just under the bell. That evens the count at 1-1. The Bees in their half of the 7th will have Jeff Mathis, Casey Smith, and Jason Espedo 2 up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saunders pitch into the dirt. Good stop by Mathis to hold that run at third. 2 balls and a strike now. The count on Hammock. Again, Hammock 1 for 2 with that double in this game. Hammock on the season 0 for 3. Now 1 for 5 against Saunders. Now Joe winds the 2-1 pitch. Popped up foul back into the right of home plate over the roof. And the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boston with a 4-run third, leading at Oakland 4-0. A Red Sox win pulls the Angels into a tie for first with Oakland. The line of the 2-2 to Hammock. Curveball low into the dirt. Again, a good stop by Mathis to hold Hairston at third, and the count's full at 3-2. Yankees beat Texas 6-2. Rangers will stay a half game behind Oakland if the A's lose. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck it out on a cutter, and that retires the side. No runs, one hit, one runner left. Seventh inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. As we go to the bottom of the seventh, Bees 1, Tucson 1 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault, because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
We go to the bottom of the seventh inning, a 1-1 ball game. It'll be Jeff Mathis, Casey Smith, and Jason Espino to try to solve Dustin Nippert, who got out of a second and third one-out situation with back-to-back strikeouts against Mike Elward and Nick Gorneau. 10 strikeouts on the game for Nippert, a season high. Jeff Mathis, fly to right, called out on strikes, takes low, ball one. Again, Jeff looking for a hit to extend his streak to 6 games. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Nippert's pitch. Mathis swings and fouls it back to the base of the screen, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. It's even at 5 apiece. The only error of the game charged to Tucson. On a ground ball booted by Donnie Sadler, the shortstop, in the 5th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Mathis as Nippert deals. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-2. Nippert seemingly getting stronger as the game goes on. 5 of his last 6 recorded outs are strikeouts as Mathis takes one in the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 the count on Mathis. Jeff stepping out of the batter's box momentarily, now strolls back in as Nippert delivers the 2-2. Swing and a foul, back over the roof and out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Activity now in the Tucson bullpen. A left-hander starting to throw, Doug Slayton. Now the 2-2 to Mathis. Line to the center field, a base hit as Nippert hung a curveball, and Mathis went and got it. So a leadoff single, the 2nd straight inning the Bees have gotten the leadoff man on base. Hit number 6 as Jeff extends his hitting streak to 6 games. Now here's Casey Smith, who has struck out and reached on that error by Sadler. Still looking to extend his hitting streak to 14 games, which, if he does, would make it the longest this year for a Bees batter. Well, the question is Casey bunting here to try to move Mathis into scoring position, or maybe try a hit and run, as he's the best hit and run batter on this Bees roster. Nippert, the toss to first, and Mathis is back. Although as good a breaking ball as Nippert throws, it may be difficult to hit and run. Again, the lefty Slayton throwing in the Tucson bullpen. Now Nippert from the stretch ready, and the pitch to Casey. He shows bunt and pops it in the air, but foul back into the screen. Strike one. 0-1 the count over in Fresno. The Troma and the Grizzlies in the final game of that series. Fresno's won 3 out of the first 4. They're 0-0 in the third inning at Grizzly Stadium. No balls, 1 strike the count on Smith. Barden in at third. Even with the bag, not all the way in. Now creeping in. Smith shows bunt, takes a breaking ball low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Boy, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday's 28-5 score. Now this one 1-1 in the 7th. The pitch. Smith swinging away, fouls it off into the upper deck to the right of home plate, and now he's in the hole, 1-2. As the hit and run is taken off. One and two the count. The outfield pretty much straight away for Casey. Jason Espedo, the right fielder, is due next. Now Nippert comes set. The 1-2. Curveball lined into right field. That's a base hit. Headed for the corner. Weber trying to play the carom down there. Mathis being waved around. No, the stop sign is up by Brian Harper. There's runners at second and third with nobody out. A slicing liner down the right field line. Casey with his career-high 21st double, and he extends his hitting streak to 14 games. Again, with nobody out, Brian Harper playing it safe. Although the throw did get away from the first cutoff man, Cayaspo Carter was there to back him up. So, a meeting on the mound. Now the home plate umpire, Joe Stegner, out to speed the proceedings along. The umpires in this series have not let the teams hold meetings on the mound. As soon as it starts, they go out there. So now the bases are runners at second and third, nobody out. Espedo is struck out and grounded out in 2 plate appearances. The corner men are in. The middle infielders are back. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. Now Nippert comes set. The first pitch to Espedo. Check swing. He went around on a curveball. Strike one. Well, Nippert got out of a second and third 1-out situation last inning. Now the Bees have runners at second and third with nobody out. Jason Espedo, again, just a ground ball to short or second, or a healthy fly ball. The Bees have the lead. Now the 0-1 pitch to Espedo. Liner at the first baseman, Carter, for the out. Hard hit but at him, and there's one away here in the 7th inning. That'll bring up Adam Papkovich, who's had a tough night. He's been up twice, and he has struck out twice. And now Mike Parrott, the pitching coach, going out to talk with Dustin Nippert. The runner at second base, Smith, over to join in the conversation with the runner at third, Mathis, and manager Brian Harper. Now the home plate umpire, Stegner, going out to break up the conversation going on right now between Nippert and the pitching coach, Mike Parrott. So runners at second and third, 1 out of the 7th in a 1-1 game. Again, the Bees had second and third, 1 out. Last inning didn't score. Here, runners at second and third, nobody out, but Espedo in a line drive, but unfortunately for Jason, right at the first baseman, Carter. So with 1 out now, the infield still in at the corners, and about 3/4 of the way in at short at second base. Nippert ready, and the first pitch to Pavkovich. Curve ball into the dirt, ball one. Good stop by Brito again. Pavkovich stands in at the plate, leading the Pacific Coast League with 8 sacrifice flies. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Nippert ready. The pitch. Curve ball low, ball 2. 2 breaking balls that Nippert thrown that Pavkovich has been able to lay off of. 2 balls, no strikes on Pavkovich. Tommy Murphy due next. 1-1 score here in the bottom of the 7th. The Bees threatening. Nippert ready. The 2-0 to Pavkovich. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. In the 8th, Tucson will have the bottom third of the order. Brito, Weber, and Sadler due up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nippert ready. The pitch. Swing and a foul back into the screen, and now the count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nippert trying to perform another Houdini act. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Pavkovich. Slayton ready in the Tucson bullpen as the 2-2 comes home to Pavkovich. Swung on and fouled. First base side up onto the roof. Still 2-2. Bees 1, Tucson 1. A nail biter here at 13 South and West Temple. Mathis the runner at third. Usually with a runner at third, less than 2 out, the contact play will be on. He'll break home on a ground ball. Nippert ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and sliced foul. Out of play down the right field side. Well back into the seats. We'll do it again at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tacoma at Fresno, no score in the bottom of the 3rd at Grizzly Stadium. Tacoma 4.5 behind the Bees as play began tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul. Pavkovich protecting himself on what looked like a slider down and away. Just got a piece of it to stay alive, so the count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adam Pavkovich trying to put the Bees out in front. Nippert just over 100 pitches so far on the night. The right-hander ready, and the 2-2 pitch to Pavkovich. Swing and a miss, and the bat goes all the way to Barton at third. Another big strikeout for Dustin Nippert, and now there's 2 out here in the 7th. His 11th strikeout. And it's up to Tommy Murphy here with 2 outs. As the Bees in danger of squandering yet another chance. Tommy Murphy, 2 singles and 3 at-bats in this game. He has scored the only Salt Lake run. Again, Nippert got out of a 2nd and 3rd 1-out situation last inning. He's trying to get out of a 2nd and 3rd no-out situation here in the 7th. Murphy on the year hitting .353 with runners in scoring position and 2 out. Nippert ready, and the first pitch to Murphy. Swinging a ground ball to second. Cayaspo's got it, and the inning is over. And again, the Bees squander an opportunity, and Ryan Harper hearing it, I think, from some of the fans for that stop sign he put up on Jeff Mathis. But it was the right call at the time. No runs, 2 hits. 2 runners left. We go to the 8th. Bees 1, Tucson 1 on ESPN 1230.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
All right, we go to the 8th inning. Bees 1, Tucson 1. As for 2 straight innings, Salt Lake is stranded. Runners at second and third, with 1 out in the 6th and nobody out in the 7th. Juan Brito to lead things off against Joe Saunders here in the 8th. Brito reached on a tap infield single up the third base side in the 3rd inning. Struck out swinging his last time out. First pitch on the way. Brito bunts 3rd base side. He's got himself a base hit. Juan Brito with a bunt single. A slow-footed catcher lays down a bunt with Patkovich deep at 3rd, and the leadoff man is aboard for Tucson here in the 8th. That'll bring up John Weber, called out on strikes in the 3rd, grounded out to 2nd in the 5th inning. And now manager Brian Harper going out to the mound. Again, the right-hander throwing in the bullpen just got going. So Chris Buchek, who is out there, is not yet ready to pitch. So I think they may just be talking some strategy out there as well as buy some time. So a runner at first base, nobody out. Patkovich in on the grass at 3rd. Elward holding the runner at first, but getting ready to break in. Saunders, lefty against lefty. Weber shows bunt and takes low, ball 1. A bunt single putting the Sidewinders in business here in the top of the 8th inning. Patkovich already in 5 steps into the grass at 3rd. Weber shows bunt. Saunders the toss to first, and Brito is back. One ball, no strikes. Chip Hale, the Tucson manager, going through the coach's box at 3rd, going through the different signs. Now Saunders ready, the 1-0. Weber swings away and lifts it into left center field. Murphy going back, makes the catch for the out. So the runner is not advanced. 1 away here in the 8th. Brito holding it first for Donnie Sadler, who doubled into the left field corner area his last time up. Curtis Pride cut it off before it got all the way to the wall, but Sadler still able to motor into second base with a double. So runner at first base, 1 out. Sadler at the plate as once again the lefty Slayton gets up in the Tucson bullpen. Buchek throwing in the Bees bullpen down the right field line. The infield double play depth. Sadler's already grounded into one tonight. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down and in. Strike one as Sadler's cut indicated that he was trying to hit that ball onto Main Street. One strike the count on the right-handed batter with the dangerous Alberto Callaspo due next. No balls, one strike. Now Saunders set, and the left-hander's pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball, 0-2. After 3 innings in Fresno, the Grizzlies with a 1-0 lead. A Lance Niekro ground out scoring the first run of the ball game. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Saunders ready to pitch. Fastball high and away, 1-2 the count on Sadler. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Bees will have Pride, Ibar, and Elwood, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up. A 1-1 ball game here in the 8th. Runner at first base, 1 out. Saunders ready, the 1-2. Into the dirt. Good stop by Mathis on a curveball, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All Monday home games are Harmon's family nights. The next family night, Monday, August the 7th, against Round Rock. So pick up your Harmon's family night voucher at your local Harmon store. That voucher good for up to 8 family members for $16. Harmon's, your neighborhood grocer. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Sadler. Saunders ready to pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short. Ibar has it, goes to second one. Smith's relay won't be in time to double up the speedy Sadler. That ball chopping on 2 hops. Ibar having to back up on that ball. Always dangerous, but he was able to grab it about letter high and get it over to second base to easily force out Brito. But Casey's relay well late at first base. Now let's see if Chip Hale has Donnie Sadler try to steal his way in a scoring position. Sadler, 4 out of 6 in the stolen base department this year. Callaspo is flied to center, bounced to short, and skied to right field. Saunders with a move towards first, and Sadler back. Elwood had to come off the bag and around Sadler to backhand that almost errant throw. Alberto Callaspo, despite the 0 for 3, tonight is batting .500 in this series. Saunders ready, and again the throw to first, and again Sadler is back. Buchek ready in the Bees bullpen. Slayton obviously ready, I think, for Tucson in their bullpen, and he's been up a couple of times. Again, Saunders the throw over. That's 3 tosses over to first. Still no pitches to Callaspo. Sadler again, a big lead at first base. Saunders ready to pitch. Callaspo hits the chopper to the right side and over the glove of Elwood into right field. Sadler speeding around second on his way to third as the throw comes into second base. So a chopper over the head of Elwood. And now runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Chris Young. Young 0 for 3. Bounced into a fielder's choice his last time up. So now let's see if they're going to bring the right-hander Buchek in to face the right-handed hitting Young, or if they're going to leave Saunders out there. Again, just a chopper to the right side. Elwood going to his right, couldn't get to it as it bounced over his glove. So now it's Tucson's turn with the potential go-ahead run 90 feet away. Runners at first and third, 2 out. Saunders working from the stretch. Wouldn't be surprised to see Callaspo go. First pitch to Young. Outside with a changeup, ball 1. 1-0 to the right-handed batter. Now Saunders ready. The outfield deep and around towards left. The 1-0 pitch to Young. Swing and a foul. Back behind home plate. And the count's even 1-1 as that one glanced off the glove of the catcher, Jeff Mathis. 1 ball, 1 strike. The hits are now even at 7 apiece. The infield back. Saunders ready. And the 1-1 pitch to Young. Swung on, and that's trouble. Just a little duck snort into right field, a base hit. In from third, Sadler. Callaspo being waved around. As they're late getting to it, he'll score. On to third base goes Young, and it's 3-1 Tucson. That ball looked like it got hit by a feather. So while the Bees unable to cash in on great opportunities the last 2 innings, the Sidewinders do here in the 8th and take a 3-1 lead. So runner at third, 2 out, 3-1 Tucson for Scott Hairston. Young with his third triple, his 60th. And 61st, runs batted in. The pitch, strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Wow. Now Saunders ready. The tough luck lefty delivers. Third ball low, ball 1. Made a great pitch. Got Young to hit one off the end of his bat. And somehow it was able to land fairly in right field. Now Saunders the 1-1. Swinging a high, towering fly ball. Shallow center. Murphy coming in. Makes the catch to retire the side, whereas Jason Espedo last inning hit the cover off the ball and got nothing for it. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 left as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tucson 3, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No, me.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
One seriously out of shape piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Left-hander Doug Slayton comes on for Tucson as the Bees find themselves down now by a score of 2-1, or rather 3-1. On a little flare down the right field line. And for the Bees, it'll be Curtis Pride, Eric Ibar, and Mike Elward to face Slayton, who's making his 3rd appearance for Tucson. Giving up 1 hit, no runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks in 2 1/3 innings. Lefty against lefty. Curtis takes outside at the knees. Ball 1. Dustin Nippert in line to go 11-5. Went 7 innings. Gave up 7 hits, 1 runner. Struck out 11 and walked 1. And again got out of 2 golden opportunity situations in the 6th and 7th. Fastball high, 2-0. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. 1 out of the 6th. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out in the 7th. 2 balls, no strikes. That ball was hit so softly it shouldn't even count. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Fastball high, ball 3. Again, hitting the cover off the ball was Jason Espedo, but hit it right at the first baseman, Carter. And nothing to show for it. The 3-0 to Pride. In at the knees is striking at 3-1. 15,535 here tonight. Hoping for a late inning rally for the Bees now as they trail by 2. Slayton, the 3-1 pitch. Pride takes a strike at the knees, and that fills the count at 3-2. Part of the key of tonight's game, the fact that the Bees at times when they needed to couldn't put the ball in play. They were infield was conceding runs, but the tough Dustin Nippert with a season high 11 strikeouts. Now the 3-2 pitch to Curtis. Strike 3 called on a fastball on the outside corner at the knees. 1 out. That'll bring up Eric Ibar, who's 2 for 3. Doubled on a bad hop grounder to Callaspo in the 6th inning. Right-hander also up in the bullpen, Casey Daigle for Tucson. 1 out, nobody on base here in the 8th. Slayton's pitch. Ibar lights one over the glove of the leaping Alberto Callaspo into right center field. And Eric Ibar has his 3rd hit of the night. Here's Mike Elward, who singled in a run at the 1st. Called out on strikes in the 4th, went down swinging in the 6th. Now here's Elward with a runner at first base, 1 out. Slayton, 6'5", 200 pounds, in his 7th year out of Venice, California. 26-year-old lefty for Tucson. Ibar takes off on the throw to first. The throw is high and into left field. Ibar will get up at second and go to third. They had Ibar leaving too soon, but Chris Carter's throw went over the head of the shortstop, Donnie Sadler. Ibar gets a stolen base, his 23rd, and goes to third on the throwing error. So now a runner at third, 1 out for Mike Elward. So runner at third base, 1 out, the infield back. Elward swings it. It's a high fly ball, left center field. It'll be deep enough to score the run as Young makes the catch. Ibar will come in to score. The throw rainbows to home plate. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in. And it's now Tucson 3 and the Bees 2. For Elward, his 33rd run batted in. He's driven in both Salt Lake runs tonight. So now it's Tucson 3 and the Bees 2. 2 out for Nick Gorneau, who's grounded out twice and gone down swinging. Mike Parrott, the pitching coach, going out to the mound to talk with Slayton. Again, as of now, the run is unearned. Tucson's 2nd error of the game, leading to the 2nd Bees run. So bases empty, 2 out, a run in, the Bees down by 1. Home plate umpire Joe Stegner out to break up the conversation out of the mound. Casey Daigle loosening up in the Tucson bullpen. So 2 outs and the bases empty for Gorneau. One hit in 11 at-bats here in his comeback series against Tucson. First pitch to Nick. Swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down and in. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards right for Nick. Now Slayton ready to pitch. Swing and a miss, and a curveball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Maybe Mike Parrott said to go out there and throw nothing but Curveballs to Nick Corneau. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Threw a fastball up out of the strike zone. The count's 1-2. Barden guarding the line at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Slayton ready to pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck it out, and that retires the side. 1-1, 1 hit, 1 error. Nobody left on base as we go to the ninth. It's Tucson 3, the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
No.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster, charge by phone, or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
As we go to the ninth inning, the Bees trailing 3-2. Chris Butchek comes on for the 29th time this year, his 24th visit out of the bullpen. In 49 innings, he's given up 63 hits, 41 runs, 36 of them earned. He has struck out 27 and walked 25. Chris is 4-2 with a 6.61 earned run average. The PCL batting .320 against Butchek. Just back after a 1-outing trip to the Angels. Fastball strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. He retired all 5 Kansas City Royals he faced last Friday. 2 of them by strikeout. So 0-1 the count on Chris Carter. The pitch. Up and in with a curveball. Backed him away from the plate. 1-1 the count. Joe Saunders, 8 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs all in. Struck out 4, did not walk a batter, and certainly deserved a better fate tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Carter as Butchek delivers. Swung on, driven into right center field. Espedo drifting over. He's there, and he'll put it away for out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up Brian Barden 1 for 3. Doubled and scored in the 5th inning. The Bees in the bottom of the ninth have Mathis, Smith, and Espedo, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up. As they trail 3-2 here in the ninth. Tucson trying to become the first and only team in the Pacific Conference to win a season series this year from Salt Lake. They lead 8-7 coming into this one. First pitch to Barton, a strike at the knees, a curveball, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 swung on line, speared by Butchek. A rocket off the bat of Barden. Chris Butchek getting his glove up there and grabbing the liner. A glove save and a beauty for Chris Butchek, and there's 2 down here in the ninth. Brings up Robbie Hammock, who doubled in the first run back in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. The Bees have already clinched the season series with Fresno leading 10-2. They won the season series from Las Vegas 9-7. They split with Sacramento 8-8. All the in-division series yet to be decided. Fastball, high ball 1, but the Bees leading all of them. They're up 4-3 on Colorado Springs, 5-2 on Portland, and 7-5 on Tacoma. 1 ball, no strikes on Hammock. The pitch way outside and off the glove of Mathis, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And the Bees with Mathis, Smith, and Espedo, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. In the Bees order in the bottom of the ninth. 2 balls, no strikes to count on Hammock. Now Buchek deals. Just outside of the knees, ball 3. Umpires in the green seats voicing their displeasure over the call from the umpire behind home plate. 3-0 pitch on the way from Buchek. In at the knees, a strike, and it's 3-1. 3-1 the count on Hammock. Now the pitch. Strike 2 at the knees. Fills the count at 3-2. Fresno 1, Tacoma nothing. That game in the 5th inning at Grizzly Stadium. 3-2 payoff pitch to Hammock. Fastball up and in. He walked him. That's the first walk given out by Salt Lake pitching in the ball game. Here's Juan Brito, who got the 2-run 8th inning started for the Sidewinders with a bunt single. And it was down to a runner at first, 2 outs, but then Callaspo singled. And then Chris Young with that blooper off the end of his bat for a double. Now Buchek ready, and the first pitch to Brito. Fastball, strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The outfield, back. And a couple of steps around towards left for Brito as Buchek turns and tosses to first, sending Hammock back. He's trying to maybe have a bottom of the 9th inning comeback here. They're 1-35 in games trailed going into the 9th. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, right center field. Murphy on the run, racing in, is there, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk and 1 runner left on the base paths as we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Tucson 3, the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
For more than 25 years, there's been a guy you've trusted, a guy you've known, Larry H. Miller. Since 1979, when Larry H. Miller opened his first automotive dealership, he's had one primary goal in mind, to make our communities grow stronger and better by offering the very best in quality, service, selection, and price. And since that day, nearly 3 decades ago, you've been there to help the Larry H. Miller dealerships become one of the largest and most respected dealership groups in the entire country. And for that, we say thank you. Today, you can choose to shop at more than a dozen of our automotive dealerships along the Wasatch Front, almost all of which feature dealership service centers on site. We also have 3 state-of-the-art collision repair facilities to serve you. We know that we could not continue to grow our business without yours. So when it comes to your next car, there's a guy you know who cares about values, honor, integrity, and trust. Larry H. Miller. After all, you know this guy.
Right-hander Casey Daigle now on for Tucson here in the bottom of the 9th, making his 27th appearance for the Sidewinders, all out of the bullpen. In 30 1/3 innings, he's given up 34 hits, 19 runs, 15 of them earned. He has struck out 22, and he has walked 11. Daigle 2 and 3 with an earned run average of 4.45. He's 2 out of 6 in save opportunities. And the PCL is batting .283 against Daigle, who took the loss here on Friday night. He's given up 7 earned runs on 9 hits in 3 2/3 innings against the Bees. Jeff Mathis to lead it off, 1 for 3, single to center field his last time up. Jeff Mathis So far this year, a 2-run double against Daigle is only at bat against him. First pitch breaking ball high, ball 1. Hammock, Young, and Weber in left, center, and right. Barden, Sadler, Cayaspo, and Carter. The infield, third to first. Daigle pitching, Brito catching. The 1-0 to Mathis. Up high with a fastball, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Jeff. With Casey Smith and Jason Espedo to follow. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back over the roof and out of play. 2-1. The outfield extremely deep, not wanting a ball to get through the gap and allow Mathis the potential tying run to get to second base. On a ball up the alley. 2 balls, 1 strike on Mathis. Daigle ready, and the 2-1 delivery. Fastball high and inside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Three balls, 1 strike. The infield back, Barden guarding the line. Over at third base, the 3-1 to Mathis. Swing and a foul as he had a big rip at that one. And now the count on Jeff is full, 3-2. Full count to the right-handed batter. He's already extended his hitting streak to 6 games with that 7th inning single. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Daigle set, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Brito for the strikeout. 14th strikeout for Tucson pitching in the ball game, and that ties a season high. The Bees struck out 14 times in back-to-back games at Las Vegas on April 10th and 11th. So a big out there, especially when Mathis was at one time ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's Casey Smith, who sliced a double down the right field line his last time up to extend his hitting streak to 14 games. First pitch from Daigle. Down the middle is striking, it's 0-1. Trying for his 3rd save in 7 opportunities. Daigle, former starter, converted to a reliever last year and sent all the way down to Double-A Tennessee. Now the 0-1 pitch to Casey. Curveball outside at the knees, 1-1. Daigle, a first-round sandwich pick, the 31st selection overall in 1999. Started 10 games for the Diamondbacks in 2004, went 2-3, but an ERA over 7. The 1-1 pitch to Smith, swinging a tapper up the third base side and foul. The count on Casey, 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Smith, 1 for 2 against Daigle. That one was a home run. Gave the Bees a win on Friday night. Broke a 9-9 tie leading off the 8th inning. Eric Ibar would later add a home run to give the Bees a 2-run lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Smith. Daigle ready, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. That's a new season high, 15 strikeouts. So now it's up to Jason Espedo, who really hit in tough luck. Second and third, nobody out. Hit the cover off the ball, but right at Chris Carter for the first out of the 7th inning. 15 strikeouts now for Tucson pitching. The franchise record is 16. It's happened 3 times. First pitch to Espedo. Curveball inside and off the glove of Brito. Ball 1. And the Bees' chances in the 6th and 7th that were unconverted will be what haunts them if they don't rally here in the 9th. 1 ball, the count on Espedo. The pitch from Daigle. Change up outside at the knees. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. If Espedo gets on, Darren Blakely will pitch hit for Adam Pachovich. Espedo, though, has to extend the game by getting on base here. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Daigle ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup, 2-1, as Espedo was out in front of it. 2 balls, 1 strike. 15 of the 26 outs recorded have come on strikeouts. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back into the screen, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Bees down to their last strike of the ball game. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Daigle ready. The kick and the pitch. Struck him out swinging to end the game. And the Bees tie a franchise record by striking out 16 times. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. The final score, Tucson 3, the Bees 2. Back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
Sure was. See, that's her.
Who's that by Mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You've all sorts of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny pants.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Hi, Stock Exchange? Hi. Can I speak with a bell ringer? Yeah, the person who rings that morning bell. Hmm? Oh, well, I have an announcement to make. Oh, see, I need to tell everyone on the exchange floor that I'm selling my home. Yeah, that's right. I'm selling my home. Oh, well, I need the Dow to stay up. Give those stockbrokers a little added motivation, keep the economy moving so my home will sell faster. Well, it can't hurt.
Okay, so you can't influence the economy, but choosing a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent will help you get the best price for your home, no matter what the market conditions are. Coldwell Banker agents are the most well-trained real estate professionals in the business. They're at the cutting edge of local and national market trends. They use the most advanced marketing tools in the industry, and they specialize in strategically positioning your home so it sells on your terms. Get every advantage when you sell your home.
Yep, still me. Still holding for that bell ringer person.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Welcome to the 10th inning show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where a game like yesterday, dropping a 28-5 ball game, you really not a whole lot you can do about it. Just shrug your shoulders and walk away and look forward to tomorrow. Tonight, that's another story. This is a game that probably will eat at the Bees a little bit tonight, as they had runners at second and third, one out of the sixth inning but could not score. Second and third, nobody out of the seventh inning and did not score at Tucson. And again, this is baseball. Runners at second and third, nobody out in the seventh. Jason Espedo hits the cover of the ball, but lines it right at Chris Carter, the first baseman, for an out. And in the eighth inning, Tucson with runners at first and third, 2 out. Joe Saunders makes a great pitch. Chris Young, flailing at it, just got a piece of it and flared it into right field. It rolled into the bullpen, turning into a triple. And Tucson hangs on to win it by a score of 3-2, as Casey Daigle came up with his best outing of the year against Salt Lake. The Bees had pounded him pretty good, but not tonight, as he struck out all 3 batters he faced. The Bees tying a franchise record by striking out 16 times in tonight's ball game. Here are the final totals for the Tucson Sidewinders. 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, and 4 runners left on base. The Bees, 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Dustin Nippert, 11-5. The losing pitcher, a tough luck loser, Joe Saunders, 10-4. Casey Daigle with the save is 3rd of the year. Time of the game, 2 hours, 34 minutes, 15,535. The paid attendance here on this Pioneer holiday. Fans get ready for the fireworks show here tonight. The Bees dropping their 3rd in a row, now 59-43 on the year, while the Sidewinders go to 65-36. Tucson becomes the only team in the Pacific Conference to win a season series from the Bees this year, having taken 9 out of 16, including 8 out of the last 9 meetings. At one point, Salt Lake had a 6-1 lead in the season series. So the Bees fall tonight. Time now for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. And for that, we go to the 2nd inning. A fine play turned in by Eric Ibar. Hammock swings. It's a ground ball towards the hole at short. Backhanded in short left by Ibar. The strong throw across to first in time for the out to retire the side. Eric going into short left field, about 10 feet, backhanding and throwing a rocket to first. And that could very well be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. We'll let you know during the 10th inning show. Well, we'll let you know right now that was our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs. Mountains West Ranches recreational properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting for you. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.mwranches.com. We'll come back and take a look at the other scores around baseball on the Avra scoreboard next on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
If you're in the market for a home theater system or a new TV, RC Willey is the only place to shop. No one has a larger selection of complete home theater systems, high-definition big screens, flat panel LCD, and plasma TVs. Items are in stock for same-day delivery. Choose from the name brands you prefer, including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, Mitsubishi, and Toshiba. Come in today and find out how you can pay 0 interest for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more. RC Willey, one place. So many possibilities. Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $69 a month for 24 months with 0 down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $69 a month plus 0 down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 83106 on select Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $69 monthly payments for 24 months and 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $8,500 if account kept earned. Thereafter, standard rate is 12.9% and 22.99% APR applied. Default rate is 24.9%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved credit course. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Back at Franklin Covey Field, where the fans getting ready for the fireworks show. Right now, let's take a look at our average scoreboard for tonight. First of all, in the PCL, Albuquerque at New Orleans. They were rained out this evening. At Oklahoma, the Red Hawks came from behind to defeat Nashville by a score of 3-2. At Omaha, the Royals doubled up Round Rock by a score of 10-5. At Sacramento, the River Cats have a big lead on Colorado Springs, 8-0. Home runs by Iram Bocachica, Nate Espy, and Dan Johnson. at Las Vegas in the 6th. It's Portland 4 and Vegas 3. And Navarro is homered for Tacoma with a man on. It's the Rainiers 2, Fresno 1. If Tacoma wins, they pull to within 3.5 games of the first place Bees. Meanwhile, in the American League, they're in the 6th inning at Oakland. Boston out in front of the A's 7-1. A Red Sox win, and the Angels move into a tie for first place. At Seattle in the 5th, the Mariners lead Toronto 6-2. At Cleveland, Detroit down the Indians 9-7. The Yankees a 6-2 winner at Texas. The Angels double up the Devil Rays 8-4. John Lackey the winner now 9-6. And the White Sox fall again to Minnesota 7-4. In the National League, they're in the 6th at Los Angeles. The Dodgers and the Padres are tied 3-3. The Dodgers getting 2 home runs from Andre Ethier. In Philadelphia, the Braves beat the Phillies 10-8. At Shea, the Cubs held on to defeat the Mets 8-7. Greg Maddux the winner, now 8-11. At Milwaukee, the Brewers outlasted Pittsburgh 12-8. And at Denver, it was Colorado shutting out St. Louis 7-0, a 2-hitter for Jeff Francis. As the Rockies win it 7-0. When we come back, we'll have a scoring highlight from tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. What? How do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? Deliver number 1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over.
By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center.
Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget.
Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center.
Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey.
Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Updating you on what is happening in Fresno. Lance Negro has hit a 2-run home run. It's the Grizzlies 3, Tacoma 2. Rainiers batting in the top of the 6th inning. Here tonight, the Bees jumped out in front of the first. Tommy Murphy singled. Curtis Pride walked on a double steal attempt. Murphy safe at third. The throw went to second, though, and Curtis Pride was called out on a play that it was pretty clear he got the foot in. The tag was high up on the knee, but in this day and age, the umpire just automatically call him out. Even if the tag is beaten, if the throw beats him, so be it. Anyway, with 2 outs, Mike Elward then punched a single into right field, scoring Murphy to make it 1-0 in favor of Salt Lake. It stayed that way until the 5th. Brian Barden, though, sliced a double to the wall and right. Robbie Hammock ripped one to left center in the following at bat, scoring Barden to tie the game at 1. Again, we've chronicled the missed opportunities for the Bees. Runners at second and third, 1 out on the 6th, but Mike Elward and Nick Corneau both struck out. In the 7th, runners at second and third, nobody out. Jason Espedo lined to first. Adam Pavkovich struck out on a 2-2 pitch, and on the first pitch, Tommy Murphy grounded to second base, and once again, Dustin Nippert had escaped trouble. But then in the 8th, Juan Brito opened up the inning with a bunt single. One out later, Donnie Sadler forced out Brito with a ground ball to short. A runner at first, 2 down. Alberto Callaspo then hit a slow chopper over the head of Mike Elward for a base hit, advancing Sadler to third, putting runners at the corners, 2 out for Chris Young. Saunders ready. And the 1-1 pitch to Young. Swung on, and that's trouble. Just a little duck snort to right field, a base hit. In from third, Sadler. Callaspo being waved around. As they're late getting to it, he'll score. On to third base goes Young, and it's 3-1 Tucson. So 3-1. Sometimes you get rewarded for a hard hit ball. Sometimes you get rewarded for a ball that looked like it was hit by a feather. And that's exactly what happened for Chris Young in the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th, though, with 1 out, Eric Ibar single to right field. Looked like he was going to picked off at second base, but he reached second base safely as Chris Carter's throw sailed into left field. Ibar getting up and advancing to third and then scoring on Mike Elward's sacrifice fly, and the Bees were within a run at 3-2, but the next 4 batters all struck out to end the game. So Tucson wins it 3-2. Now it's on to Tennessee for 8 days, and we'll preview that road trip right after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What's he talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches like your new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Bucket.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. The wild distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our Kids Club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you at Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Well, a tough luck night for Joe Saunders and the Bees. The opportunities were there, but they did not take advantage of them. Then a little soft flare into right field turned out to be the difference in the ball game. So now the Bees head out on the road for a long 8-day trip to Memphis and Nashville. A tough travel day tomorrow heading into Memphis. It'll be a 6:10 game time Mountain Time. The 5:50 on next circle will be left-hander Nathan Bland with a record of 3-3 going against right-hander Brad Thompson, who is yet to gain a decision. We hope you'll join us for the broadcast tomorrow and throughout the trip. Again, all 4 games from Memphis get underway at 6:10. The 4 at Nashville, Saturday and Sunday at 5, Monday and Tuesday at 6. So that'll do it tonight on your Pioneer Day holiday. Thanks for being with us. Time of the game, 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 15,535. The paid attendance for the final score. The Tucson Sidewinders 3 and the Salt Lake Bees 2. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long for the ballpark.
This has been the 10th Inning Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.